Social psychology. This is fun. We're going to talk about what is social psychology. We combine psychology and sociology. Social psychologists look at how we act in social situations dependent on social forces. Personality psychologists study our personal traits and how these affect our social interactions. Social thinking. The fundamental attribution error refers to the tendency to overestimate the importance of personality or dispositional factors relative to a situational or environmental influence in describing and explaining the causes of social behavior. Attitude is a learned tendency to evaluate some object, person, or issue in a particular way, such as evaluations may be positive or negative. Foot in the door is when a person commits in a small way, he is more apt to commit to a larger request. Cognitive dissonance is an unpleasant state of psychological tension or arousal when two thoughts or perceptions are inconsistent. Attitudes and beliefs are in conflict. Answer the question. Answer the question. Social influence. We mimic other people's behavior and they like us more. Read when people are more likely to conform to the group. Ash conformity test. The subject was asked to guess which line was similar. However, there were participants who went ahead of him giving the wrong answer. The subject conformed and gave the wrong answer. When they did not conform, they felt anguish. Answer the question. Milgram tested obedience to authority. He told people to give a proposed electric shock to learners if they did not give the question right. 63% of the people complied and gave up to what they thought was a 450-volt shock. There were actually no shocks given. When they asked why they did this, they said that they were at Yale University doing the experiment and they thought the experimenters knew what they were doing. Read the graph. Read the slide. I just went over this Milgram. They stopped having experiments like this. Social influences make people conform to the group's behavior. Answer the question. Social facilitation is a tendency for the presence of others to enhance individual performance. Read the slide. Social loafing is when we slide in a group and let others do the work. De-individuation is the reduction of self-awareness and inhibitions that can occur when a person is part of a group whose members feel anonymous. It's de-individuation. Read the slide. Read the chart. The internet has positive and negative issues. Groupthink is the mode of thinking that people engage in and perpetuate others in the group's belief system. They do not look at alternatives. Answer the questions. It's the question. Social relations. Prejudice is a negative attitude toward a group of people. Discrimination is the negative behavior. It's actually the action that you take. Prejudice can be unconscious. See the graph? Some people make excuses for their prejudiced beliefs. They say good is rewarded and bad is not. We also have stereotypes. Sometimes our body language shows our prejudices. We are not aware. The in-group. In-group bias is when we favor our group and its beliefs. We see others as being the out-group. You scapegoat other people. Scapegoat is used to describe a powerless innocent who is made to take the blame for something that is not he or she's fault. The brain likes to categorize. We categorize all the time. Read the slide. 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 Read the slide Answer the question. Aggression can occur with frontal lobe damage. Alcohol is correlated to aggression. Self-control curbs aggression. Aggression can be prompted by any unpleasant or adverse situation, such as anger, pain, boredom, etc. See the graph? People imitate what they view. We learn from each other. Video games can increase aggression. Answer the question. Beauty varies by culture. We are more apt to marry someone whom we meet in a social or educational setting. This is called propinquity. Read the slide. Answer the question. Romantic love is a new idea. We used to have arranged marriages. They still exist in some cultures. We tend to stay in relationships when we think we are getting as much as we are giving. Answer the questions. Bystander effect is bystander intervention when we do not always respond to an adverse situation because we think someone else has responded. Conflict occurs when we have two sets of beliefs. Sometimes we have the them versus us mentality. If we would have contact with people who are different than us, we are more likely to like them. Sharif had groups of boys work on a common problem. They had to use cooperation. They liked each other much better after this assignment. Read the slide. answer the questions.